What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chris, and this is the fourth installment for our Seleucid Empire Let's Play series in Total War Rome 2. Now, before we get started, I want to go ahead and just invite you guys to like me on Facebook and Twitter, and go ahead onto as Google Plus. Although I will admit I'm not as active on there because I frankly don't have a whole lot of interest in it, but it's built into YouTube, so there you go. But at least in all three of those formats, you can get quicker access to my videos if you'd like to. I'm also going to be coming out with some. I hesitate to call them reviews, so I'm going to be calling them spotlights. I'm going to start doing some kind of like game spotlights on. Planning on doing one eventually on War Thunder, but I want to make sure I get plenty of good footage and just kind of real understanding of some of the deeper planes, and that just takes time. And then I'm also going to be doing one on Batman Arkham Origins, so if you haven't bought it but you're showing interest in it, all the reviews out right now that I've seen are all based on consoles and have yet to be done on PC, and I'm going to be doing only all my reviews on PCs. So if you guys have any interest in that kind of stuff and you want to know how some kind of these console ports play over, just feel free to like me up on there. So yeah, anyway, with all that to the side, let's go ahead and jump right in because this is what you're here for. If you haven't followed the last episodes, in the very first one, I lost almost all my satrapies here. They all decided to go to war. Now, over the last few episodes, they have just been slowly allying with one another and basically just expanding their, expanding their area of influence. So basically, they're just kind of one huge confederation at this point, all trying to stop me. I have one last satrapy of Media or whatever you want to call it, and they've got actually fairly strong armies, which makes me happy. And they look like they're going to be actively fighting in this war, which is also a very good thing. And they're going to be invading quite soon down here. I lost my other satrapy of Sardes. They just were in such a bad area, and there's no way I could have supported them at the time, so I've kind of just abandoned them. I have two armies of mine, full stack armies that are going to be invading, first supporting Medea, and then I'm going to be trying to take on the rest of these satrapies. Hopefully they'll fall, and we'll be able to convert them quite quickly to my Hellenistic culture, which will be rather difficult, but if I can get the right buildings, then that'll be easy. And then hopefully I have this other army here that I can hold off Egypt if they choose to go to war with me. So anyways, though, with that recap nice and finished, I just got off a nice fresh victory here where I defeated Dragania. I guess that's how you want to say it. Doesn't matter, they're going to be in the history books soon. But I lost only mainly light cav, which is really good considering that they outnumbered me, I think, like almost 2-to-1, or it was like 1.5 men for every 1 man I had. So, but I lost a little bit of my infantry body. Hillmen are not that expensive and are not that great anyways, but they're going to be a good counter against spearmen. And I only lost really light cav. Everything else is pretty much untouched, so that was fantastic for me. Let's go ahead and get him some bonus. I want to focus my generals on being able to get better movement range because of how far you have to travel in these eastern provinces. So I'm going to focus on strategists. That should increase, I believe it's their cunning. Their cunning will help get me the range I'm looking for. Go ahead and bring down this general here. He's got a much stronger cav infantry or cav body, a lighter infantry body, but plenty of slingers to support it, so it's perfectly fine. I'm going to be able to have a massive mobility advantage on any battle that I go and fight. So let's go ahead and pull these guys back. I want to start getting them recuperated. What is nice too, if I capture this province or this region down here, is I already have another region up on top of it, and so that's going to allow me to hopefully. Well, let's see what we got here. So they have some food I can get out of it. I might be able to get rid of that military building there. I might want something a little bit closer, but I guess if I can capture a whole other province over here, I can just convert that one into having some military buildings. But I want to see if I can get this into a cultural building that will help swing the culture in my favor. So thusly, I would have less public anger because my culture is different than theirs. So. Anyways, though, let's go ahead and I believe we should just end this turn. Now, as a quick little side note for any of you guys that use NVIDIA drivers or any of their graphics cards, any of the 600 or 700 series, they just came out with some new drivers today, and also came up with this new feature called Shadow Play, which basically is I'll go ahead and accept this because I want as much trade as I can possibly get. And I do not need that. So, But what it allows is it allows for you to have to record up to a certain amount of time. I think it's up to 10 minutes for Windows 7 and 20 minutes for Windows 8 people. But anyways, you can record up to a certain amount of time in a temporary file. And so, say you pull off a really sweet move in a shooting game, or you really like the battle that you just did, and you're like, man, I wish I recorded that. Then you can just hit a button, and it'll save that temporary file for whatever time period that you set. Up for it. So I really like it. And then you can also do normal manual recording. So just like I do here with fraps, things like that, you can do your own normal manual recording, which is awesome about it. So I highly suggest you check it out. It's also hardware encoded, so you don't have to worry about losing as many frame rates like that. So if you've been looking to get into YouTube, you've been looking to get into just recording some of your footage and showing it to some of your friends, and having a video card that's in the 600 or 700 series, see if it's applicable for you. I think it's a 650 and up. So go ahead and take a look at that. I guarantee you that it's probably going to be pretty nice. Eventually going to add Twitch, but enough of that crap. So let's see here. The one guy I want. So one of the issues that I'm going to be having is this guy here that got wounded, this army here. He's going to be invading new territory, and so I was hoping to get someone with cultural conversion, and he's the only one with cultural conversion, and he is from the other family, and I probably don't have the strength to do that right now when it comes to my own internal politics, and I need to hold on to all this stuff as much as I possibly can. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick no, I'm going to go with this guy, plus 10% to morale for all units, and go for the Hellenistic cataphracts. So yes, this man was wounded. That's just a damn shame. Ah, great. Alliance is formed. Fantastic. Well, let's see if looks like these guys here went to war with Persia. So actually they were at war with all these guys. Let's see if I can offer them maybe well, if I can get a high. Let's see what they'll do for. Okay, first off, okay, fair enough. I can understand that at least. Military alliance maybe? No? Okay, well let's go ahead and jump right to a non-aggression pact. See if that will maybe allow them to have defensive alliance. I don't want to be drawn into anything just yet, but if he gives me oh god, I don't want to be pulled into anything. I just can't afford it right now. So let's go ahead and let's see. I just want military access. Yeah, okay. No, it's not really worth it at this point in time to go for another military alliance. But at least I know I now have a much more secure border. I only have to really worry about the satrapy of Egypt. But with him being unfriendly to it, I think I'll be in relatively good shape. Let's see if I can get. No, I gotta cancel out that. I always find that frustrating. I know they don't like me, but let's see what I can do here.
Know that I have an amulet against the evil eye.
Okay, this guy really does not like me.
You
Alright, cultural aversion. Yeah. There's just no way. They got, I think it's hopefully, alright, defensive allies. I don't know if that means that they're going to act on their behalf, because I'm already at war with them, or it just means in the future, so here's hoping. Anyways, so
we hunger for battle.
Media, looks like they're invading, but they cannot go any farther.
At your command.
Well, that is a damn shame. I was really hoping I could take that territory, but I don't think I'm going to be able to take it. Yeah, if I go from here.
March.
How can I be of assistance?
Looks like this is all but Midia's. And then I'm just going to go ahead and let these guys rest up for a little bit, just to get some of these. Ah, God, these hillmen. So anyway, I can, if I go. Yeah, I don't want to send them all the way back. Debating whether or not I should just abandon my attempt to get this, because I can always move through here. Let's just move them down the road, just for safety. I'm really not too worried about the lack of cav, because I'm probably just going to use them more for the infantry fights in any of these invasions of settlements. And then these guys will be my open field guys. And if I can just quickly destroy Persia here, because if you look at look at here. This should be, yeah, this is Persia. So they have 4 settlements. But if I can at least get this one right here, I can hope that Medea, Atrapentia, whatever you want to call that. I have no idea how to pronounce it. But anyways, hopefully these guys will not like them as much, because you know, when you always have that negative impact for anybody who owns a settlement within your own province. But who knows? I'll probably just end up hating me more knowing this game. Anyways, let's see. That's about all I can do with my armies. Can't really do anything with these troops yet. Can't do anything here. I have 0 population growth, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Yep, current growth. Accumulated growth 1. So, and I need, anyways, just to expand my freaking settlement here, I need 4, so that's just not going to happen for a while. So I'm just playing a holding game there. Let's go and end this turn. But if you guys haven't already heard, Arkham Origins is out, and then Battlefield 4 is coming out, so I have plenty of content that's going to be coming out on that. Arkham Origins, I'm going to be doing that spotlight. I don't do reviews on games. I hesitate to use that word. I think it's tied too much into the kind of like the synergy and idea of man, I'm gonna kill that bastard. I just find that it, you know, putting a number on reviews and also the idea of trying to tell people what games they'll like and what they won't like. I just hate that. I find it also kind of gives you the intimidation that I'm like press, and I'm not press. I'm just like I'm just an average guy, just an average gamer. So just giving my opinions on stuff. So I try to shy away from that kind of stuff. So, but looks like my guy's ready to command. At least now he'll be a statesman. So I have actually gained a character. So that's actually been kind of good for me. Faction joins the war. If faction has joined the war, they may want to easily gain at the expense of others, or they can act for their allies. So looks like that's not good. Show force. Well, that's not a big deal. It looks like they're mainly going to go to war with... Alright, well that's good, so they're moving up. Okay. So I don't want my ally here. So he's at war with these guys here and all these. Again, I don't want to have to give him military support, but I do want to show him.
Be seated and take wine to cool the head before we hit the day with words.
Let's go and offer him a defensive alliance, just cause. Is he at war with him? Yeah, so he's at war. That's gonna allow me to. Hopefully, I can keep out of the conflict between these guys if absolutely need be. But yeah, anyways, let's move on here. Alright, let's get into some kind of combat here. Yeah. Media, go ahead and took that.
Ready for orders. At your command.
Damn demoralization.
How may I serve you?
There's low chance of that. Well, it's worth a shot if I can get rid of this motherfucker. Yay! She's fucking dead. Almost, basically. Dead to me.
Ready for orders.
Alrighty.
Let them
Yay,
cower
crossing
like
the
kenneled
desert.
dogs.
Well, luckily I'm not going to gain any attrition, which is good.
We hunger for battle. Advance. At ease, men.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that's going to be able to help out with this. Well, I really can't. I still can't really do much at this point. I could
Commander.
get guys here, but there's really no point. I'm trying to move into fertilization so I get more food. You see, notice my food is moving at 1, and then also I'm going to bother getting this one, which will give me just some small bonuses. But then, of course, I can always get the +3 from that, so that is going to benefit me, especially when it comes to regen rate, which I'm going to absolutely need for the rest of my empire. So. Looks like Medea is going to be a useful satrapy of mine, so that's good to see. Looks like they're also going to be a relatively strong force. That's good. Sweet. Man, that guy is just pissing me off. First serious. Again. Good God in heaven. This is just ridiculous. Oh, God. I'm not too worried about the tax rate in my attacking provinces anyways. That will help the bread and games edict for once I can finally capture a full province there. Cultural conversion's good. Morale for all units, cunning. This will be a good thing to have. So let's go and take him as cataphracts.
At your command.
But you notice that I'm probably gonna... Ooh. Spare the whip. This man was once a slave, but as a slave driver he is cruel and heartless. His lack of compassion and regular beatings he gives are making the slaves rebellious. Slave problems. Whoa. No. Cannot risk a slave revolt. How is my admiral stacking up shit? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and spend that little bit of money to give me a little bit more faction bonuses, which is good. I need it. Yeah, he became the head of that party pretty quickly. I got all these guys in here, and that's just until I can do more with it, you know. But I'm gonna have 2 statesments, which is good. Assassinate wife. I don't know why I'd want to assassinate her. Give me +1 gravitas per turn. I'm gonna need that gravitas. Anyway, so that's good. So it looks like hopefully I should be turning this around pretty easily here. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take one of these here provinces, shall we? I'd like to get him out of if I can. Easy peasy. Let's just auto-resolve this one. There's no real point. Let's be aggressive here. What are you talking about? So compact? What is going on? Ay, ay, ay.
At your command.
Alright, that makes sense. Why are you telling me this now? Okay. Okay, game, you win. Yeah, Jesus Christ. That is just... I'm not even gonna say anything. It speaks for itself. That's just... Let's get the next research going so I can get that +3 food bonus.
Ready for orders.
Alrighty. Man, they just have a lot of heroes, don't they? Alright, let's look at the public order problems. Cultural differences again, like I thought. Provincial instability, understandable. Slaves luckily aren't too big of a difference. Let's go ahead and... I think I'm just gonna go ahead and dismantle you. What are you gonna cost me to convert? Let's do that. Get to the Hellenistic culture. So the way it looks right now, hopefully Media, whatever you want to call it, I'll take them out and I can start moving to Paropolis. And then I should be able to, let's see what, do I got any spies? No, I don't got anything on Paropolis, okay.
At your command.
So let's go ahead and, I think I can attack this army. So let's go ahead and, I don't got any idea what they are, but I'm much stronger anyways. Let's go ahead and see if I can actually fight them or not. No?
To victory!
That's grand. Alright, but I'm gonna go ahead in here and Texas province? Yes. Though that should help. Alrighty. I don't have to worry. Still got the +1 food, so that doesn't matter. Comes to that. And then I think they should feed themselves. I shouldn't have any issues. This is gonna help my predicted public order. Yeah, with my military there. So let's see, 25 goes away. That should give me, yeah, I should be at 0, I think, after this next turn, or +2 or something like that. So that's good. Okay, let's go see here. Anything going on? Yeah, they had an army up here, mediated, but there's nothing now. I could
Ready
probably
for
take you
battle.
guys out of this. Probably could have done that a while ago, I suppose, but make sure to get my military traditions back there. All broke again. Nothing I can really do here.
We hunger for battle.
Alright. Let's see. Let's go for the siege experts because this is the army I plan on doing all my wall knocking.
Ready for battle.
Just knock damn bitches down. Actually, let's go ahead and change this to First Legion. I just like the idea of legions. It's always such a cool idea.
Ready for battle.
We are Legion. We are many. And 11th Legion, because for whatever reason it always seems like there's never anything in between a bunch of numbers, so I'm just going to pick random ones. Alrighty. And then, ooh, I forgot. And then I will do...
Ready for orders.
Let's just stick with the theme. 111th Legion. We are Legion, we are many. Alrighty, not a whole lot to go on again. Let's go and skip over to the next turn. But if I don't know if a whole lot of you guys know, but when had a recent discussion with one of my friends, and we were talking about the different races of the world, and they were actually there's a quite interesting argument back and forth between scholars if there's actually how many actual distinct races there are in the world. There's an argument that there's only 3 or 4, and every other one is kind of just like an offshoot of a different one. So you have obviously like the Aryan or white race. You have black from Africa, and then they talk about like Mongolian being dominant one. And there's also kind of the argument if kind of the Aborigines in what is name Australia, if they're considered their own race or not. So that's kind of like the one that's under kind of under scrutiny right now. But I thought it was kind of interesting nonetheless to think about, just if you look at all the emigration to different regions, how we're only really come from 3 to 4 distinct regions of the world, and we've kind of just expanded out. So that's not talking about culture, at least. Anyways, back to the game. Military subversion. Looks like I got another brutal assault against a few of my patrols. That's just grand. One of my statesmen's coming back, and I got another assault garrison. That is just great. So, military sabotage. Oh, great. Alright, so my spy's back. Spare the whip, slave problems. Yay! The man continued to brutalize his charges, and the slaves continued to hate him, but life continues as always. That's great. So, gonna have some slave problems for a while. Let's see what this army is looking like.
Commander.
Yeah, it looks like they gained because of my own territory, so even with all their bullshit. So that cost me
Ready
nothing.
for orders.
That's good.
How can I be of assistance?
You can assassinate or manipulate some of these mothers. Let's see what's more likely. Let's go ahead and try to gain him.
I could
Coercion,
think
come on here.
Hades himself.
You can do it. Did
I
not
may
coerce, but at least hindered him, so that's good.
I
That's
seek
something.
Rest.
I'll just
I
rank
am
3.
unstoppable.
Okay, so she's a cunning-based agent, so let's keep going down that if we can here. Murder. That's zeal. I don't really care about zeal. I want more of cunning. Yeah, I guess I went for the campaign movement range on the last one. Would be nice to be able to get a higher chance of assassination and manipulation, at least for right now, against some of these guys. Being able to take out some of these agents would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, let's go for that, because that poison's not going to really benefit me at this point in time.
Ready for battle.
So I guess I've lost 3 whole units through all this stuff. I don't know exactly what. Maybe I lost them before and just didn't realize it. Anyways, let's see what I can replace them with. Nothing very strong, that is for sure. Apparently this decided it didn't want to be dismantled last turn. That's just great.
At your command.
Rightio. I'm just gonna leave these guys as is,
Commander.
and then I can. My biggest thing is going to be just trying to take these territories as soon as possible, but I can't do it right now. I got +7, and 17 of that is my military presence. So that is just not going to be moving anywhere anytime soon until I can get this dismantled and I can get some consecrated ground down there and hopefully
At your
get that
command.
up.
March.
But yeah, I can't travel very far in this heat anyways. Ugh.
Advance. We
Yeah, so
take this settlement.
I'd like to take this because if I can hold this down, then I'll have a much easier time to convert them. Let's see if I got a spy on this. So yeah, so you see my issue here is they're converting. They got a lot of population happiness, and that'll help knock off their recruiting, and then I can just hopefully out-survive all their agent attacks and everything else if I can just hold down these 2 territories and work on some conversion here. So let's go and let's see here, sir. I can't afford any upgrades. Still gonna knock down some public order because of squalor, which I can't really afford because I'm -1 at this point. But it would be nice to get the food. How am I at -1? Ugh, oh, it's the slave shit. Alright, well, the slave stuff will go away, and then I guess I can afford it if I really want it. Looks like they've lost this territory again, but I'm going to leave it to Media to take back their own stuff. They got, you know, this is a halfway decent sized army here, and they got another fat stack of guys here. I swear to God, I saw a bigger army roaming around earlier, but somewhere around here. They have a lot to deal with, but, you know, that's their own problem. These guys are easily defended, and so having kind of like that stronger base in here is going to be very good for me. Alrighty. But one of the other things that I actually just went to the Getty Villa. Now, if you've never heard of the Getty or the Getty Villa, they are very famous museums here on the west coast of the United States. And what's interesting about the Getty Villa is it's a smaller museum, but it was, I hesitate to say that it might be the original museum by John Getty. But anyways, what's cool about it is the entire museum is modeled after an actual Roman villa. It was actually the father-in-law of Julius Caesar. I'm forgetting his name right now. But it was the father-in-law of Julius Caesar. He's the consul to Macedonia, and they actually have excavated his villa, and they modeled the entire museum off of it. So when you walk through and you're viewing Roman and Greek artifacts and stuff like that, you're also looking at what it'd be like to live in a very upscale Roman villa. So pretty awesome stuff. If you've never looked at it, I highly suggest you check it out. If you're ever in the LA Malibu area, go check it out. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. I don't want them to have any of my generals. What do I kill them? Yeah, that's great. That's just freaking great, isn't it? Man, they just keep fucking with my generals. These other families really throwing a wrench into all my plans. Well, this guy gets +10 or +1 gravitas per turn. Yeah, this is definitely going to be whoever I'm picking. Let's see. Is this gonna cost me anything? I mean, it really doesn't. I don't really have the money to afford it right now, so I'm just gonna carry on. Fantastic. Swear to God, this wise fisherman have been modeled after Will from Creative Assembly. Just look at that. Anyways. I don't see much of anyone standing my way here. Let's go ahead and attack. This is a easy fight here. Let's go ahead and let's get at least one fight in here. I guess I can do let's just go ahead and run it now rather than waiting. I don't want any armies to come up to me. Alright. Easy peasy, baby. Didn't lose a whole lot. And of course, they go for my most powerful units, and that are going to take forever to recruit, great, but whatever. When it comes to actual defense of this one in the future, my infantry is going to be more valuable anyway, so. Let's occupado this baby. So we're at minus 16, but 25 for conquest. Creepy ass freaking thing. So I want cultural conversion to the max with public order in this building here, and I want it ASAP. That's +3/+3. Gosh, I wish I had memorized this one. No, I want cultural conversion first and foremost. So let's go for the shrine to Zeus. No, does this allow me to recruit anything? That's not what I'm looking for here.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, I just want to see what I can recruit. Okay, well this will allow me to get Median cavalry, which is good. Alrighty, so that's not bad at all. I'm gonna get the nice increase to my replenishment rate, so I don't have a whole lot to worry about. Let's go ahead and knock up this. God, I'm just everybody keeps getting knocked around, huh?
At your command.
Alright, so let's look at this again here. Can't afford to convert it as of yet, and I won't be able to convert it next one either. I don't want to bother doing that just yet because I don't know if I'm going to have the money to turn it into a building I want. But this is actually a nice turn of events for me. So I've captured the main provincial capital. I'm only at minus 16 now, which is good for me. That 25 will drop, and then I'll have strong military presence, which will allow me to quickly turn it all in my favor, which is very, very good. And then I can go ahead and, once I get this shrine built, that'll help turn my public order and my Hellenistic influence in. That's good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and end it here. I think we showed some nice, good growth in this episode. So, again, if you guys can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, that would be awesome. I think you guys will really appreciate it. I like to try to engage with as many of you guys as possible. Thanks again for your viewership and your total support. I got some awesome changes that are coming up soon. Got some great advantages that are going to be coming along in some of my videos. So, hope you guys appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.